Viper, to me, I feel like that's the lane that needs to go well. Like if
Mhm.
Viper doesn't have a good lane, then the whole rest of that draft kind of falls apart. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait. Actually get into a solid game here.
Yes, despite it being 1-0, this is our first match for the South American qualifiers here. The last one, it didn't really count. The good luck's come out in the Jazz here. He's just saying, you know, I've been around a while. He's played in quite a few qualifiers. So
Right.
he knows this battleground quite well.
That's right. Have fun, lads. I want to make sure that I'm getting my Spanish right. I think that means good luck, babies. I'm pretty sure that, but in like a nice way, probably.
Yeah, yeah, of
Surely.
course. Yeah, it's friendly.
Yeah. Friendly stuff. Oh my God, are they level 1 Roshin? No, they're not.
Yeah,
Course
they're
they're
level
not
1 Roche.
Roshin.
You know, they're just starting off. They're like, yeah, how can we start the qualifiers? What if we level 1 Roche, guys?
You know, that would be pretty awesome. I would be super down for that.
It would put a statement in. If you're like a Division 2 team, I say you go for it.
Yeah, why not? It's the worst that could happen.
Well,
But I
you
mean,
throw away your one good chance versus a 2-1 team.
right. Well, and to be honest, like, you know, the fact that if it was just one spot, then I think tier 2 teams might treat it a little bit differently, as it's going to be 2 runes traded off a piece. But the fact that there's like 3 spots from each region, it really matters. Like one of these teams getting to that last chance qualifier, it could be everything.
That's a good point. It's it really could be anyone, honestly, at that point. You're getting pretty deep, you know. You just got to win a couple bracket matches, see what happens. You never know. Maybe someone else will do the dirty work for you with another team in the bracket. Something you've got a good matchup versus someone that you weren't expecting.
Right? It can all come down to just a couple of games of Dota. I mean, to be honest with you, that's kind of what happened in Div 1 for Eastern Europe in Season 2, or Tour 2 rather. So much of the entire matchup for that region changed up when Hellraisers and PuckChamp got knocked down. It was just one best of 3, and they were in a bad spot. But
So
regardless,
Kara's secret plan got busted bottom lane here. He's playing on the Wyvern. He's now up top, but what he did was he placed that pillar ward early on to try and see the courier of Morphling. I think he was going to try and kill the courier and then TP top, but Affliction was on it, and he came over and he dewarded it.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, they're on it there. Speaking of Affliction,
that is Excel, right?
Yes,
yeah,
I think so.
He's tagged. I assume we're gonna call him Excel. I think this is just like a tag. I don't think he changed his name.
Well, probably. As we do see the rundown, that is the rarely seen Soul Rip level 1 on Undying. I don't know if I've ever seen that. And he just ate a mango in Fountain. Wait, what?
All right, that's all right. It happens to the best of us, you know? Hotkeys. Okay. I wish he had Soul Rip level 2 right about now, I'd say, you know?
Yeah, Parker is taking a beating. I mean, I guess that it is better in some ways with Morph. You can sort of like heal him up. Or wait a minute. Oh my God, he's so low on Parker. Dude, this is a terrifying lane. Freaking Morph.
I mean, we know Parker. This is the Parker. This is how he games, you know? Parker is the ultimate feast or famine player. Mostly famine when I first started watching him, but like I said, lots of improvements in this region, and Parker's no exception.
I think there is something that actually another Parker told me at one point, the one and only Gods, about trying to get better at Dota. And the thing that he was mentioning is it's better to push your limits and not just like play conservatively, but see how far you can push the limits of your hero. That's the way you get better at Dota.
There is no better example of that in the world than Thompson. My God, you guys ever watch Thompson stream? That guy is a complete and utter maniac. And that's how he learned all the limits. That's why he's able to be that maniac when he plays on TI, too.
True. True.
My goodness, this is a very purpley mid, huh? What flavor is this river? Can you drink it? This is potion. Okay.
Potion.
A little grape potion.
Yeah, we gotta get used to all these. They're gonna be crazy. There's gonna be so many different colors in the river there. I like potion though. It's a good one.
It's very bubbly.
Leo style. Taking a lot of damage there mid, but we'll be fine. Obviously, is down bottom. More mangoes being consumed by the one and only Cell, as Suma tries to come on in and contest Parker's farm a bit. They're doing a pretty solid job here. Benjaz has had a really good start to this one, and across all of their lanes, things are going very well for Raven.
Well, slowing down any potential snowball there. I mean, things will pick up, especially up in that top lane when Michael hits like level 3. That's where you get the second point into the bushwhack. It doubles in damage. You're right-clicking and poking. Maybe you get a boar slow or something onto the wyvern. Oh, no, they're trying to get ahead of that right now. Oh, the double splinter blast. Oh, sorry, I was watching top. My bad. Bottom lane is also
more damage. Benjaz, he didn't go quite too far. He actually ends up being okay there. Meanwhile, Parker has kept alive that flag barrier creep, so more regen coming in by virtue of it for the morph lane. Kind of a nice little benefit when you've got that morph gets down to such low HP.
True, there you go. Morphling buffs, flag bearer. Who knew? So that was the plan all along.
Nice job by Leo Style there. Gets the deny and the lasted on the creep after hitting the remnant onto the Ember mid.
Yeah, he's kind of owning, huh? 24 and 7.
Ingo Flow is definitely not doing bad, but he's, behind for sure. Leo Style is having a really good time of it. And some elephant sounds. Not used to that one, really. It does feel like with the Battle Pass coming out, like my entire audio profile of how I process casts has completely changed.
Well, especially with how important the sounds in Dota are.
Ooh. Parker. Some trouble gets dropped.
Well.
Benjaz there with a kill, and Acel trying to finish it off right now. With the zombies nearby, it will be enough to bring him down. Does not have the mana for Soul Rip, but the turn, the decay, the zombies, they're too strong. Oh, Zombie Man with the double.
And meanwhile, during all that, they attempted to go for a fight up top at the same time with Michael diving onto Kara, but they didn't quite have the damage, and then Frank couldn't finish him either, so just moving on back.
Get on out of there. Interesting. 2-2. As we're at that 5.
During all that, they attempted to go for a fight up top at the same time with Michael diving onto Kara, but they didn't quite have the damage, and then Frank couldn't finish him either, so just moving on back.
Get on out of there. Interesting. 2-2. As we're at that 5-minute mark, and no lane has gone like really tragically. Probably the worst is this morph lane down bottom, but you kind of anticipated it wasn't going to be great. I guess that, the zombie getting some good kills there was nice for him, although he is in some trouble now.
Yeah.
As the chase continues, Viper is there, and no way out of this one.
So he did get his double kill, which is great and everything. But I mean, there's a reason why you're seeing the Viper picked after the Undying, and that's because and even the level 1 Soul Rip stuff, right? It's like this whole idea of like, what can I actually get out of the lane? Usually you can get a lot more bleeding melee offlaners, but Viper very good versus the support Undying.
Astrun, go Flow goes on in, wants to chase. Second jump forced to be used there, but Leo Style gets a little bit of separation, and that Haster not going to bear fruit, at least in the mid lane. Might be able to find something here on a Michael, though. As tries to run away, chase continues, Remnant out, doesn't jump to it. A little bit too scary with the haste running out there.
Yeah, I think so, a little bit. I mean, Leo Style surviving, gets back to the mid, bottles up, catches quite a few last as well. Very important that he got to win that situation. Downside was he had to burn 2 Astral Steps, which is just going to slow you down for almost a minute. Kind of frustrating. Can't go for kills, but as long as you're still getting the farm, that's fine. Whereas in comparison, Ningo goes up top and doesn't get anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's frustrating for sure. And you can see that tombstone that was used down bottom was able to force back Benjaz a little bit. But really, it's just going to be more sort of AFK farming. But on the top side, managed to find Frank. Going to try and slow down with the board. Does a good job. Splinter Blast afterwards. Couple more punches. But the boar summon actually gets Frank out of danger. Not bad at all. And, well, Kara, he might actually be in some trouble here. The Monkey King moves on in. Tempting Fate jumps away. Very weird series of events. The pressure keeps on coming, and they do have rotations up here.
That was level 3 Primal Spring. Like, Frank was dead if that hit.
Yeah. They don't connect. Yeah, they knew.
I mean, he's got the Hawk.
Yeah, they're trying to bait this.
It almost worked.
Very interesting.
Yeah, but goals for Ravens, I'd say mostly accomplished right now. Michael's getting spotted doing a ward up top as we battle for the rune, or sorry, stack up top as they battle for the rune. Bottom lane style gets that DD. Huge for him, but the backup's here.
Does have 2 jumps. Snowball out. Dissimulate, tries to separate, and has to use that second jump. Is in pretty far. Remnant's going to connect, but a little bit too tough to actually get on top of him there. And in the bottom side of the map, Parker has switched into Viper form and is throwing damage back and forward. Viper Strike will not be enough to take down the Morphlane. And in fact, it's going to be some good damage onto this tower.
Yeah, that one's a sad matchup. It's like the whole Rubik thing for Viper, right? You just like lose your passive because of the Morphlane.
Right. He has 2 points in it.
Yeah, there you go. The downside for Infamous right now is that Michael is 0-0-0 on Hoodwink, which is not great. Level 3.5 at 9 minutes. This is a hero who likes to have like 3 or 4 kills at this point. He's got 4 last hits.
Oof. Yeah, that's not great. He has built up those stacks like you were talking about on that hard camp at least, and we'll find this Wyvern now, but no real chance for a real connection for the kill there. And I guess that's because, like you were talking about, those rotations to sort of stop Leo style from getting free reign of the runes.
Yeah. We're just running around. What we do need is someone to go clear those, and was that intentional?
Isn't that a Tusk line?
Oh, he got chain lightninged.
Yeah.
155 randomly. That is so funny.
Dude, that one hurts. That really hurts. Dude, Parker's so mad.
I wonder, maybe he's out on purpose. Yeah, maybe, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
It's possible. I mean, he's got Morbid Mask, Treads, Band of Elven Skin. I mean, I'm down to go top at this point if I'm him. Maybe he bought out.
Find Michael. Michael is going to get ran down. Leo style also low. They jump through onto 2. Getting a little bit of separation. Still has Fairy Fire and a wand.
Yo, Leo
Thinks
style?
about going back in. This guy's a little bit crazy. They already killed off Gara. And another Sleight of Fist. It won't be enough to bring down Leo style at all. But they do take down that top tower.
Yeah, and Excel is level 6 bottom on the Undying, holding the lane versus Benja. He's going in.
Dude, this guy's insane. Look at him go. What is he doing? Affliction. So,
maybe he was like, I'm just dead. Oh, dude, the tombstone.
Leo style
Wyvern,
now also in trouble in the mid. Just mayhem everywhere. Get the punch. It's enough. They lose the Tusk, but that is a trade you'll take every day of the week. Ember continues the spree forward as Michael is going to die. 3 dead. I don't know what is happening for Infamous here.
The Raven's kind of popping off right now.
It's true.
Getting some kills across the board. Really, the only issue is that Parker's free farming. Like, after that unfortunate neutral death, he goes top. He's going to have so much free reign up here. Then you presume that Frank's going to start holding that bottom lane and trying to keep that tower alive. So there's going to be a lot of pressure for Ravens to sort of invade. Like, Infamous are just going to look to hold the spaces that they've now achieved. Oh my god, look at this stack that Frank has.
Holy moly. He is getting hit by those creeps there, isn't he?
Definitely needs some help, though, because he doesn't have axes.
Parker's here.
The whole team's here.
They'll drop. I mean, wait, smoke? Okay, they're just going to go with this, too. A lot of things going on in this game. And we'll see where Infamous decide to go right now, but it feels very chaotic.
Dude, Michael's like, bro, can I just stay there? I'm so close to 6.
Ooh, Remnant down. They get the haste run. Yikes. All right, big moment here for Ravens. They've done a good job out of the gate, but the question is, can they convert that into actually good fights in the mid game?
And this is your best chance at it, right? Orb of Corrosion, Haste and Ember. You know, like if there's someone there, he can get the kill. Excel is going on a mission for wards right now. I don't think they saw this move by him. So he's getting some pretty deep vision down as he cuts past some stacks. Now Michael is going to get spotted.
Heading right by. The Bushwhack's there. Roar to follow. Tries to kill him, and they do. Nice haste run, dude. It's dropped.
Hey, he didn't pop it. It's okay.
That's true. That's a good
We're
point.
good. Oh, they're going to steal this stack, too. Nice little triple. God, Bushwhack's amazing. I literally say this every single time we cast this hero, but please, if you haven't played Hoodwink, just go play a game of Hoodwink. I promise. You won't be
It's
disappointed.
really good.
Radiant's middle tower is under
A
attack.
fun hero.
Excel's like item build and like look at him. He's just gonna drop the tombstone on
Excel is
him.
insane.
Just smart. He's just going in for him. He's using the full duration of that ulti. He might die, but he's taking you with him. Or maybe he won't because there's a snowball. Excel has lost all of his mind, and well, the zombies move on in. Some damage from Frank. Maybe they can get one more. That's 2 down. They hit the break now, trying to bring down this Ember. Does have another sleight of fist, but the rest of Infamous moving in. He has to back out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Or
It
does
works.
he?
I'm-
Or does
They
he?
get 2 for 1.
And the space
top.
we made, he's unironically watching like 2015 Pylai Die player replays, and he's like, I get it. Pick the Undying, run at them, and then it just wastes all their time. And then my team comes up with a mop and bucket and cleans up a couple kills.
It's kind of true. Yeah, I mean,
Radiant's
for as
bottom
even as the
tower
game
is
has
under
gone,
attack.
like, kill score-wise, that slight lead is still into the favor of Infamous, and it feels like they're just getting a little bit more out of the map.
And you know, if there's one team that set this meta, by the way, of what the sport players are doing, it is Beast Coast, right? This is literally, they played like 2 5s that just run in and die all the time.
Oh, yeah.
The game ends, and it's like, the enemy team will have 20 kills, of which 19 of them are just the supports on Beast Coast. That's like every game.
It's pretty cool the way they do that. Well, we'll see if Ravens come up with answers. It does feel like the game is stalled out a little bit for them right now, and no objectives have been taken. All of the Tier 1 towers are still standing for Infamous.
Yeah. That's and like you said, like the Viper, right? Probably gonna be the core that's the most important for them, and he unfortunately has to go Treads, Lance, and Lance. He's got 2 Lances with the Lance Pursuit,
Snowball.
and then BKB.
That's a good curse. Connects onto 1. They're going to take down the Tusk after the fact. Excel barely living. He's actually able to get a little bit of separation now. Drops the tombstone up on the high ground. He held that for a long time. Leo Style runs in, finds Kari, gets that kill. Benjaz trying to turn now and hit into this DD Void Spirit. He has a little bit of time before Yules is back up and actually doesn't have the mana to pop it or the cooldown, but actually gets saved by the Soul Rift. Excel just doing everything in these fights.
And the most impressive part is that he could have Soul Ripped the Viper and stolen the kill, but he decided to save his ally instead. So,
It's
definitely a
very
team
cool tip.
gamer. How did he live so long in that fight? He was so low. They kind of
don't
over-respected the Undying at that point. They were just like, I can't get this kill. And then it just got worse and worse because of that.
And I am starting to feel like these people might be onto something when they're talking about how good this Undying is, because it's a pretty cool little combo they got there with it, to be honest.
Like, what's the answer when, I mean, it was first picked in this game.
Yeah.
I will say they didn't really get a great Tombstone answer. I mean, they have an offlane core Viper, so, like, his lane wasn't as good as it could be, right, first off, because he was playing versus a ranged offlaner. And then typically throughout the game, it's easier to handle the Tombstone because of that. But then the only other hero that can really do much about it is the Wyvern, and Wyvern doesn't really want to play in that zone, so they might have disrespected the Tombstone a bit too much in their draft.
It's a possibility, yeah. They also, right there, smoked 3 heroes underneath the Hawk. And Leo Styles going to make his rotation down bottom. As that movement went that direction, it is going to be mid-tower now starting to get hit a bit.
Yeah, Leo Styles now joining after denying the bottom tower as well, so full forces are here for the Radiant.
And they get it. They get that tower.
And they immediately
So
run
did-
Roche.
Dude, this is big. They Ganai bottom. Leo Styles now just like a sentry in front of the, potential assault coming from Ravens. Eul Scepter lift up. And gonna clear through the rest of the creep wave, but Roche, it's going down. And they have not dealt with this. I don't think Ravens knows it's happening.
Just so quick, actually. Tanging up with the Ancient Ice Shaman, even if he wasn't casting his Ice Fire Bomb. He takes care of the Roche since Parker can just put in the damage, and I mean, Parker's just 1, 2, and 2, top of the board. Absolute chill mode this game.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
what every carry player wants to do for some reason. I don't really understand it. They just really like the noise of the gold, and that's kind of what they play Dota for. They're not looking for hero interactions.
Now, he did have that little bit of an issue with the, little harpy earlier. Might have shocked him a little bit.
That's just
but,
revenge,
That's how it happens.
They cast extra spells on carry players.
That's true. Well, and also, electricity has to get even with Ravens a little bit after game number 1, so
True.
that's the other issue.
And, he's
4,000.
very conductive because it's a giant thing of water, so it did bonus
Okay.
damage. Yeah.
I like that.
Radiant's
There's a lot
middle
of reasons
tower
this
is under
happened.
attack. Radiant's
Terra is, I think, about to die as they do see that Wyvern back behind the tower and Parker just comfortable hitting away. Now, they
All right,
took the
Excel.
mid tower, but yeah, Excel's just going. And
Oh, he did it. He did it.
What a psycho. They throw out the bushwhack, dead. Just bullying at this point. Do they have anything to break it? They haven't killed off that tombstone yet. They leave it alive. Goes back in. Does not have another soul rip, but yeah, they'll eventually bring it down. And Tier 2 tower now taken, opening up that outpost. 5k gold lead and Manta done for the Morph on top of the Aegis.
God. It's such a good Morphling game. I mean, we haven't really talked about it that much, but like every hero that he can copy, you have some crazy tools you can do, right? You might get some like insane Arctic Burn plays. Oh wait, did they nerf that one? I actually can't remember. I think it still works.
Oh,
You still
yeah.
get like the bonus damage and stuff, right?
I think so.
but
Or
I'm
at
not
least
sure
for
if
the
you get-
duration you're in it.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the range though. I guess we'll probably find out at some point.
Bushwhack. Snowball to save. They're a little off on that one. And the winner's curse. Now trying to turn, but I don't think it's enough damage. They move on in. Boundless Strike tries to kill Parker, but he has the waveform out. Switches over to
No.
strength form. They do lose the Void Spirit, but can they bring him down? Down low, Parker getting chased. Doesn't have another waveform, but that's one life. Move on in with the creeps. Axes come in, take down one. He's very much strength form, but will manage to get out of there for the moment.
Dire's middle tower is under
So Void Spirit for Tusk buyback.
Yeah, looks like
And-
Ember's gonna get out as they chase Excel.
He's dead too. Oh, wait a
Wyvern
minute.
though?
Zombies from downtown. They find a bed. Jazz gets punched. Parker went back in. Waveform through. Tries to find more. Spar dead. Triple gone.
That was a
And
dieback.
Infamous just pulling it all every way they want in this game.
I mean, you can see how Ravens feel like they need to fight. I totally understand why they're taking this engagement. It's just, yeah, they just don't have the strength for it. They have a Monkey King who's still just trying to get to that first real item.
Oh,
After
yeah.
the Battle Fury, he just wants his BKB.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, this is tough. And I mean, we always knew that this was going to be an issue, right? This Beastmaster just like provides so much danger in terms of the pace that the game gets played at in the mid game. And Infamous, they're doing it perfectly here. Building to building.
They're stalking Leo style down here, but I mean, I just don't really see what you can do about it. Yeah, he saw him.
God, get out of there.
Radiant's top
God.
tower is under attack.
Wait, is he dead? No.
He didn't
Sure.
have either back yet, I don't think.
Oh, when they bait out the Wukong's command. Do find the bushwhack, the
Pull him
remnant.
out. No.
And the shard's not quite going to be on the mark. Do they re-engage now? They might be able to. Excel's there. Benjaz gets caught. Cell moves on in. Tombstone's down. You're in the swamp now. Got to get the heck out of there. Trying to take down the Tombstone with the Ember. That is not going to work. Tusk is dead. As soon as that zombie house goes down, everybody has to run away. A triple kill for Parker. And Infamous absolutely running away with this game.
Yeah, I love the idea to counter the Wyvern as well with the Hoodwink. You just have such an overwhelming amount of magical damage, and so you know they're going to go for the Wyvern if you leave it in with the Beastmaster. They do that, but the Cold Embraces have not really been able to achieve much this game, especially once Hoodwink actually hit 6, because Michael maybe was a little bit late to the party on that one, but it hasn't worked since then. Like, Sharpshooter is always going to be there. Even just simple Bushwhacks is just so much damage for you to try and deal with. And he was saving his gold for a long time. Unfortunately, he went full Aether, like the normal build. Because he was a little bit poor and he didn't get the Aether really early, so I thought maybe he just rushed the Boomerang. But
Right.
currently considering a Solar Crest now for his next item.
That's pretty awesome. And you look at like the fall off that's happened for Ravens, and Monkey King still doesn't have that BKB. He's close, but not quite there. You're trying to get to the BKB on Ember. You're trying to get on the BKB on Viper. All of them are like less than 1,000 gold away. And you just think what could have been if they were able to hold off that fight a little bit longer and could just get to their items. But now, even when they get them, it sort of feels like it's really hard to take that fight.
And a lot of this just comes back to that that interaction of like denying bottom tower from Leo style, TPing mid, 5 heroes mid, take the mid tower, go into Roche, and that just built this giant lead for Infamous in such a quick moment off the back of just a couple team fights where they didn't have like a massive lead, but they took full advantage of the lead that they had garnered at that point.
And I think that it's a good way to go into these qualifiers. For Infamous, this is a team that expects to be going to TI, and they got to play like they mean to not lose any matches here and just try and close this game out in the best ability they've got possible. Monkey King up on the high ground. They sort of scout him out there. The rest of Ravens was smoked up but didn't feel comfortable going up that hill. A good decision there.
Yeah, now though they might just bring the aggression at them. The Hawks this whole game as well. It's something that you can't really see that easily, but they've just been giving so much vision. Now they're under a sentry again here, so they will be able to clean it up. But
yeah, this Mars in trouble. Frank's there. They throw out the Boundless Strike. Doesn't quite connect. The jump forward. The silence. The kill after the roar. Oh, he does have BKB, but no. Soul Rip. It's enough to bring it down the Ember. And, all right, I mean, just trying to get away. Does have a Winner's Curse available. Waiting for the right moment. Yule Scepter. Oh, no. It was supposed to be different, but it wasn't. And they lose another. Ben Jazz is dead. The tip from Parker in the base. Oh, no. There's some history there between these teams. We're going to be real about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was all friendly at the start as well. There was a lot of friendliness in the lobby, too, so it's all in good sport here, folks. But the good sports this time, it's Infamous. I mean, they're crushing their way through. And the only hope now for Ravens is going to be some ridiculous Winner's Curse plays from Kara. He's currently not on his computer. There he goes.
Yeah. Monkey King, Wukong's BKB and just has to TP out. Knew that he was dead otherwise. They run in. Do find themselves a Frank. Mr. Frank in some trouble. Frank dead. Who's the feeder now? Well, okay, Parker starting to move in and kill one after the other. A slight combo. The Monkey King just dying to the freaking golem. Wait for him through, barely able to live on that one. Parker, a triple kill, keeps going for more. This guy is unstoppable.
Oh,
down low, GG called. Finishes with an ultra kill, and Infamous, they're going to 2-0 the series.
Yo, Parker morphling though. Okay, I like that. Like, it was a little bit of a stomp at that point. They kind of had the win, and yet he still goes in and slays. All right, gets himself a nice ultra kill at the end, and Michael comes through just to make sure he didn't die to the Ember right there and secure his carry, some confidence, not just moving into the next game, but the next series, because that game went forfeit.
That's right. A frustrating one, I'm sure, for Ravens, who, again, are going to have to drop down now to the lower bracket.